You want your plants to look like this, where they're simply covered in blooms. Them to look like this, to where they're starting to get ready to bud. After I fertilized, it only started taking 1 day for all this new growth to start. And the secret is, you want to use 2 special ingredients. The first one being bone meal. This is a great slow release fertilizer that contains tons of calcium and phosphorus to help your plants. In this example, this Job's has 14% of phosphorus, which help to promote those extra roots and also help to promote blooms in turn. I always add this at the time of transplanting, and then I try to add this approximately once every month to sprinkle it around the base of the plants and scratch it into the soil, just like with any other organic release fertilizer. And especially if you're growing in containers, this will also help to prevent blossom end rot. So it will help to not only increase your harvest, but also even save some of your harvests in cases of getting blossom end rot. The next thing you want is a fast release, such as this More Bloom 01010, something that has a higher amount of phosphorus than nitrogen. If you go with the Miracle-Gro route, I recommend the Bloom Booster with the specialty formula of 10-52-10. Just use it at half strength every other week instead of full strength, because you can run into phosphorus runoff issues if you are especially growing in containers or you have a lake nearby. Be sure to adhere to any restrictions and make sure you don't overwater with your fertilizer mix. But this will not harm, and Miracle-Gro will not harm if used in that slightly lower concentration any of your soil or wildlife around, because this is more of a fast shot for your plants. In fact, I used it on this rose right here, and look, it all of a sudden started blooming a ton of roses, and it's still got a bunch of buds, a lot of different buds just loaded on this little rose bush. And that's all because I used these 2 ingredients. I might have used the Miracle-Gro version instead of More Bloom, but I do like More Bloom especially for vegetables because it is a slightly more organic form, although it really doesn't matter because it's almost all the same. It all comes from as you can see there, phosphoric acid, muriate of potash. Basically, they're all the same, except this one does have fish solubles in it. So in reality, there are a few more microbes and other things that you're able to use or benefit from in using this over Miracle-Gro. But it's just a quick tip. I hope you got something out of it. This will definitely multiply your harvest by probably 2 times, or if you want more flowers, this will boost your flowers up so you get the most flowers on any bushes that you've ever seen. In fact, I've got a wonderful looking dahlia, as you can see right there. It's already starting to put on some great growth, and I think it's going to be loaded with buds. So if you want to see that, definitely subscribe. But until then, if you want to see the bone meal versus mycorrhizae and why I recommend bone meal over it, because mycorrhizae is just too expensive and bone meal does almost the same thing to help transplant shock, you need to check out this video now, which shares with you my entire project, which involved using these flowers right here.